Hello and welcome to Marks versus Smarks. You're here with the Slew
Charles X.
and we are here today to discuss Raw. WWE Raw from 3/13/17, I believe.
Which is March, for those of you who don't know the numbers.
If you don't, I don't know why. I don't know.
Or if you're in a different country and you think we were talking about the 13th month, because that'd be crazy.
That's not a thing. Not
Exactly.
yet. What?
Pootimber. That's the new month.
I was just trying to talk when you talked on purpose.
Well, you were pretty successful at that. But last night's Raw, the second Raw, after Fastlane, is a good way to describe it. On the road to WrestleMania we are, and there's no more stops. We are only a few weeks, maybe 3. I think it's 3.
2 weeks away now.
Well, I don't know. It's April 2nd. Gosh, it's getting so close. This is my favorite time of the season. This is truly just wrestling fans' Christmas.
Is it?
Yep.
You think so?
Royal Rumble through WrestleMania is just awesome.
I'm a pretty big wrestling fan, and I quite enjoy December 25th as my Christmas.
Well, I understand that. But
And I like SummerSlam. I'm just kidding.
SummerSlam is a big deal.
But what were we?
It's more like the Easter. But anyway,
3 weeks. 3 weeks back. How do you start a Raw 3 weeks back from WrestleMania? 3 weeks away from WrestleMania.
what did you say?
Oh my gosh! How do you? I'm just setting it up. How do you start a Raw 3 weeks away from WrestleMania?
How would I do it?
No, God bless it. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman started Raw.
Well, you're saying
just setting you up in a fluent.
How do you start it? I didn't get it.
How do you start it? And then you say, oh, you started bringing out the beast Brock Lesnar. Fine. Setups here. I'm setting them up. You knock them down. What do you mean?
You set me up.
You started it.
I had no clue what the hell you were talking about.
Brock
But
Lesnar.
anyway,
Paul
Brock
Heyman.
Lesnar.
Always
Paul
exciting. God bless it. Oh, man.
Yeah, it wasn't much
We're
fun,
not
was it?
restarting this either. Fun. God bless it. This is fun. We're always having fun here at the Marks versus Smarks. Blacklight Studios, 754 Broadway, Ohio, Detroit. What up? Now people are real confused.
We got cats fighting. Oh my gosh. And we're
Brock
not talking
Lesnar.
about the ladies here.
Not yet. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out, and Brock Lesnar's talking about nothing because Paul Heyman is talking for him as usual, and he's talking about how Brock Lesnar hit an F5 on Goldberg last week on Raw.
Acting as if that equalized all of the stuff and trumped everything that Goldberg has done to Lesnar so far.
He is now a contender. He has now shown that the unstoppable force Goldberg can be stopped. That is the argument that Paul Heyman is throwing at us now. Is it to be believed? I think not.
I mean,
Show us the facts. What are the stats? In the last couple months, what has Goldberg done to Brock Lesnar, Charles?
Goldberg beat him in a minute 26 at Survivor Series. Goldberg eliminated him. They said in near record time.
Which is just a bullshit
That's just something
sounding
to say.
sentence.
Because the record for shortest time in the Rumble with an elimination is MVP. Eliminating Miz in like 7 seconds.
In the Rumble, it's not Santino?
That was the quickest eliminated. Like, he got in. I assume they were talking about him. The only record he could have got close to breaking is how fast he threw out somebody after getting in the Rumble. Because Lesnar was in there first.
Oh, God, there's so many stupid-ass damn rules.
So that's not even... I've never even thought of that stat, really, other than... I knew MVP's got that, but other than that...
Either way, without...
You don't think of near record breakers. You think of record breakers.
Just pushing that aside, either way, he threw him out of the Rumble real quick, and he beat him at Survivor Series real quick. And it's just like, the build-up to this is just... It's brief, and there's not a lot of content to it whatsoever. We're literally getting, like... When you're talking about work, like in-the-ring work, we're getting, like, 4 to 5 minutes of content. And outside work, I mean, Goldberg isn't doing. I mean, they're at least they're on the show every week. At least one of them.
Alternatively,
Yeah.
there's 1 week where they're on there together, and then after that, it's alternatively. And then Heyman talks shit. Goldberg talks to the crowd.
Yeah.
Kids love it. I don't.
Yeah.
Squashes our hero, Kevin Owens.
Yeah. It's kind of dumb. You know, it'd be cool that I thought of earlier, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
What would be cool?
I was thinking like, cause we were talking about, you said Team Triple H versus Team Foley, and I was thinking like Brock Lesnar would be cool to be on Team Triple H, but I mean
that would be dope.
That's just like thinking of something that could happen in something that could happen. So that's pointless to talk about. But that's how Raw started out. Pretty good start, honestly.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman, always a good promo. Brock Lesnar, always a good Lego-headed creature to stand in the ring swinging back and forth.
Doing what he does best.
We can move on to that. Move on to some wrestling. Right after that, there was some women in the ring. It was Charlotte fighting nothing, because I'm wrong. That's later. No, it's Sasha fighting Dana Brooke. What?
Are you looking at what's on the show right there?
Yeah,
Is that
I
what's
got
on the
it all.
tablet?
Yeah, I know what's going on,
okay.
man. I know what's going
I just
on.
didn't know if
You confused me with your look, and I said Charlotte. It's Sasha versus Dana.
No,
and it's just, you got Charlotte's lackey going up against Sasha, who has to fight Charlotte at Mania in that triple threat. And they're just giving them some fuel for the fire. And then what happened, Charles? Something exciting. Kind of exciting. This lady got a pop for the first time in a while. Wow.
Dana Brooke.
What'd she do?
Turned on Charlotte.
You think she's face?
I mean, as face as she can be with that voice, I guess.
As sad as it is to say, you don't see very many gray women. They don't get too far into character with women. It's more like
actually
they're
for
either
a while
face
there,
or
it was kind of that's all they were. They were just
okay. I'm not talking about
go out there and act like a bitch.
I'm not talking about Big Show flip flop. I'm talking about like Dean Ambrose. The reason Dean Ambrose is a gray is because he has so much character. You know what I mean? Like he has so much character that he's like you don't really know which way he's going. They just don't put that much character into a lot of their women, or at least not that much time.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I mean, Dean Ambrose has had like SmackDowns and Raws that are completely centered around him and stories about him. When do you really ever get that about Charlotte or Bailey or Sasha? It's hard
true.
to
They've got
call.
a couple main events, but other than that,
there's no character. It's just wrestling. They just wrestle.
But what do you do with Dana after this?
What do you just she's not a bad talent whatsoever. I mean, maybe she continuously gets better and better in the ring, and she's always looking pretty good. I like her as a heel more because of that voice.
Yeah, exactly. And
But-
patting people on the head.
I mean,
I think they're gonna have a draft, and I think she's gonna be sent to SmackDown or something.
they probably will have a. Do you think they'll have a
And then
draft
they'll
every
just
year?
keep her heel. I think there'll probably be one around June, July.
Are you serious? I've never even thought about that.
I mean, they should have one.
Did they used
It's time
to
to
do
shake
it?
things up again.
Did they do it every year? I can't remember.
Yeah,
They did, didn't
they had they didn't do like the hand-picked one for the while.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
had
I know.
For a while they had the tumbler.
Yeah,
And
the
then,
thing where they fought and
then
whoever
they just had the
SmackDown versus Raw matches, and whoever wins gets the pick and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that though. It's always a good little. It's
I mean,
it's
fun.
fun.
You gotta shake things up. You really do.
It's fun to see, and they've done a pretty good job, other than I guess in Survivor Series, at keeping the brands separate. It's not like they're colliding in any way. None of them are feuding with each other. Nobody in any other separate brands feuding with each other. It's good for now. I know you were hoping for Braun versus Corbin at WrestleMania.
I
That
don't
would be
even,
nice.
I think the things I think of, it never even crosses their mind.
I
think
bet
that's a
you
good one.
anything. There's at least one guy out of the 50 at that table that says it, and they're probably just like, no.
Well, probably.
But
I think that'd be. But it's heel versus heel. You can't really do that.
it's
too
big
well,
guy versus
and
big
be
guy. It makes
prosperous.
sense. But we're talking about them women. That was pretty much the end of that segment. They played Dana's music. She got a big pop, it seemed.
It all seems like such a clusterfuck with the ladies, as far as what they're doing.
Somewhat, yeah, because
It
Nia's
seems like
been
they're-
left off, and
It doesn't seem like. I don't know. It seems
Emma
weird.
isn't doing
It's so
anything at all.
It's not stagnant. I don't want to say that it's bland, but it's like
They're doing the same thing they did last year with Becky, but it's Bailey instead
something
of Becky.
needs to switch. Like I'm tired of seeing the whole Sasha's the babyface, Charlotte's a heel, Bailey's the underdog babyface. They need to switch up. I mean, I understand that Nia Jax is getting thrown in there, but
Not really.
Is that enough to where we wouldn't want to see maybe a little bit of a character change from Sasha? I think not necessarily.
It seems as though she's
I think
turning
being a
heel.
boss is definitely something that a heel could work with way better than the babyface.
Alberto
Being
Del Rio.
the boss, the TNA World Champ.
El Patron,
Crazy.
the boss. But then after that, we had a little tag team cruiserweight mix-up. And who were the teams for that, Charles?
Oh man, Tony Nese and
The
you're gonna
Brian Kendrick versus Akira Tozawa and Perkins. Perkins, like as I said in the match, been everywhere this week. Or these last couple weeks, 205 fought He's on 205 and he fought Shinsuke on NXT and now he's on Raw.
Yeah.
He's floating all over the place.
205 Live
Literally.
tonight. They're gonna have a 5-man elimination. They call it a fatal 5-way, but they shouldn't call it fatal.
Is it an elimination?
Yeah, I read
that's
on
pretty cool.
Facebook that it's elimination.
We should watch it.
Ooh, we definitely will.
We don't watch
So
205 very often, but it seems like a lot of people don't. To be honest, we don't watch it at all. I think we watch like 2 episodes of it for some reason. It makes no sense. They're all very, very good workers. They're all the highest workers of their weight class. I mean,
one day we'll just binge watch it. It's pretty cool that we just got a season of something building up.
Yeah,
I know we watch. I know we'll know the outcomes. I don't know. I watched a few of them. I feel like maybe you weren't here. One day I was just sitting here bored. I watched a couple. But.
Hit that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. But, yeah, they had a match. It was a pretty good match. People were getting hit. Tony Nese ended up getting the win, it turned out. And he, going into that fatal 5-way, whoever wins the fatal 5-way gets to fight for the title at Mania, right? Against the king of the cruiserweights, Neville.
Yeah, and it really seems like they're trying to get behind Tony Nese a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as you said,
his entrance was last.
Need a push.
They're trying to give everyone else out there has had a little bit of a story on them. Well, Perkins and Kendrick, they have had a lot of attention. Tozawa not so much, but still.
People like Tozawa. He's Japanese.
So you gotta have more contenders.
If you're Japanese,
Tony Nese could be like Dean Malenko, like the.
Nese isn't bad. He's got size. He's got moves. And he looks like what's his face? Justin Gabriel. Reminds me a lot of Justin Gabriel. Yeah. Too much if you want to ask me a serious question about how much they look like. I say, Tony Nese, shave your head. Just get like a shorter haircut. Why not? Don't shave your face. Leave the beard. Shave your head. Gain more weight. Be giant. But anyway, they did fine. We'll see. I doubt that Nese is gonna win. I'd say, you think Gallagher will just win and get his match again, or
in a way, I think some bullshit's gonna happen, and it's gonna end up being a ladder match, or it'll be Austin Aries, who is gonna be in WrestleMania. How crazy!
It's gonna be Austin Aries.
I mean, if it doesn't have a bullshit ending, then yeah. But I don't see how they would do that. I would like to see a ladder match with the cruiserweights at Mania.
Yeah, it seems like nobody's gonna have a ladder match, which is weird.
Well, it's gonna be 5 hours? Give them a damn 20-minute ladder match.
Yeah.
Goldberg, you need to make up for Goldberg versus Lesnar anyway. That'll be 30 seconds.
That match was okay. It wasn't too bad. After that, they had the club. Anderson and Gallows were talking about how none of the teams are worthy, which they have beat both of the other teams. Seems like there's only 3 teams. The New Day's not even attempting to fight anybody at this point. We'll get to them in a minute, whatever that was. But
I saw someone comment on Facebook and say that they should bring back, which they did for a little while after the brand split, enhancement talents. Instead of seeing Enzo and Cass some way fight the club every week, just see them fight, just go over these 2 local guys, look strong.
It's a hard call, though, because it seems like people are against that as well. Because it's just
you gotta half the people in the back have to win and half the people in the back have to lose. So if you have people losing every night, and wins and losses matter more than people think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But if you write it correctly, it should work.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. I mean, you have to write it to where it makes it look like either team can come out winning. a lot of times they just do it to where it doesn't even matter which team it seems is really going to win. It just that has nothing to do with the match.
Well, I don't know. I just think they could.
I guess enhancement
Beat some
talents aren't
local
bad.
guys.
It's worked before.
Have some 2-on-3 matches. Let Big Cass and Enzo beat 3 guys. Let Big Cass destroy 2 of them, and let Enzo beat up the smallest one.
But I mean, if
I
anything,
mean,
they have been doing that a lot more than they ever had.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Since the brand split, they've
Yeah.
been trying new things, but they've kind of left off with that, other than fighting Strowman. But anyways.
Yeah. Then I mean, that was just them talking, and then they moved on to
the Gallows, not the Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers attacked, and now they're gonna have a triple threat Mania.
Yeah.
So that's the outcome of that. Spoilers, in case you haven't figured out.
Wait.
At this point.
Yeah, we were gonna get to that in a moment. You jumped ahead. You spoilered. Either way.
What was I gonna get?
Then they attack they attack two matches in the future. You're fine.
What match are we talking about now?
That was just them talking. That was just a segment. And now it's gonna be Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe and.
Oh well.
It's fine.
All you said was the club, so.
No, I didn't. It doesn't matter. Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, you probably said more.
Fighted Kevin Owens. Fought.
I wasn't gonna say that.
Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. And I mean it was a decent match. Kevin Owens freaking came out and talked for a minute in the beginning and talked about how they both sucked and then said that he didn't need either one of them because he had Samoa Joe. And then...
Who needs a best friend when you have a destroyer?
Yeah, that kind of stuff. He probably did say that. I don't know if it's verbatim or not, but
I mean,
either way.
That's what he said.
Yeah, I guess that's what he said. And then they fought, and then the match ended with them taking Sami Zayn out and crumbling his leg up. That looked pretty nasty. And then after that, Chris Jericho got in there and fought him off, got Kevin Owens in the walls of Jericho, and then Samoa Joe came up behind him and knocked out Jericho. And then Jericho and Owens just took Jericho to town, showing him what's up, you know. And that was that. It wasn't too exciting, wasn't too not exciting. It was kind of in the beginning-ish towards the middle of the show, so it wasn't really a big deal, which is weird because Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho have really been the main event. I guess now they got all these big names and stuff coming back and wrestling, but...
I like the hockey fight in a hockey town.
Yeah.
Jericho and Owens going at it in Detroit, and I like the call by Michael Cole, so...
Yeah, Michael Cole, he's always talking, and we're always listening, you know, and that was pretty good.
You know, Samoa Joe, I was at work last night, and I got these people coming in, and one of them was wearing an Ambrose shirt, and the other guy, I was like, so who's your favorite wrestler? And he was like, Samoa Joe. I was like, this is awesome, man. I just talked to one person about wrestling tonight, and their favorite wrestler is Samoa Joe. This is great.
What, did you tell him
Samoa
to screw
Joe's-
off?
Yeah, I was like,
Did he
get
say,
out of my
Scott,
store.
Buddy Rollins is the man?
The third guy in the group said his favorite was Rollins, but, you know, I mean, that's not...
And you should have said, screw
That's
off,
not
buddy,
what I expected.
Shinsuke is my boy.
I was going to say Shinsuke, but I got busy, and I really just kind of stopped talking, but, yeah, oh well, it happens.
Or you could have just been like,
Nice kids.
you should have just been like, I'm not like most girls. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, Nia Jackson's my favorite.
They'd be like, wow, that's really cool.
Deep cuts. Anyway,
She's getting pushed.
that's cool though. It's always cool to see wrestling fans. It's always funny to see those full stadiums whenever it comes to town, but then whenever you're walking, like, you just don't see people that watch wrestling or wear the shirts or
Yeah.
anything, so it's like, how are they doing this? Are these people virtually added into the, I don't know. They're not. I don't know. Either way, that match happened, and then we moved on to the tag match, which was
I ruined.
Enzo Amore and Big Cass versus Sheamus and Cesaro, and then they fought for a while, and then those guys came out. It ended in no contest because the Bald Brothers came out and they attacked Cesaro and Big Enzo, and that was, they took them all out.
Something he'll never get called.
No, they just beat all 4 of them down.
Yeah.
You know, it was
Like they should.
yeah.
Instead of jobbing to Roman.
They shouldn't say the same thing every time they talk.
We've won titles all over the world.
I'm
Every
bald.
time. Nerds.
I love that.
That cracks me up. And
These nerds.
He could say nerds all day, but they say that they've won titles all over the world, a whole lot, which they have. So I mean, fuck.
Yeah, but who has it nowadays?
That's true.
You know, who are they fighting?
Look at Juice
Cesaro's won
Robinson.
titles all over the
kidding.
world. Sheamus has won titles all over the world. Big Cass and Enzo, I don't think they have. I'll give them that.
They just don't win titles.
Yeah, this might be their time though. To be honest,
It really might. WrestleMania, they're finally gonna get their big chance.
I mean they literally have never gotten titles before, and they've stayed a tag team, and they're a big merch sellers at least.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I see you wearing a hat with their name on it all the
Yeah.
time, and it's just like,
And I have the shirt.
wow, they've never even won a title, not once. And you know what? If they don't win a title together, Enzo's never winning one unless he turns heel and wins the cruiserweight title. That would be dope.
That'd be actually really cool.
Or face. I could see him fighting Neville face. I mean, Neville.
I
It
can
would
see
just
him
be
winning
so
face.
expected.
I mean, look at, like I was talking about yesterday, Spike Dudley when he had that cruiserweight push and he turned heel. And he seemed relevant. He seemed like he was going to destroy everybody. But as a babyface, Spike's just not that threatening.
And it just seemed. Enzo's not that great of a wrestler. Like, and Neville would destroy Enzo. Neville would destroy him
he should.
because Neville would do pretty good against Big Cass. I would say Neville would beat Big Cass. You know, I mean, but at the same time, I think Neville might be the best wrestler at his weight class, other than Finn Balor.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean,
I mean,
Finn Balor's just a hard. I mean,
I don't
there's
know.
like
you got a lot.
Hideo and
You got guys
Shinsuke.
like
I don't know why I said. I
Austin
was gonna say
Aries.
Shinsuke in Japanese. You came to mind. I said Hideo. Hideo's not the best wrestler at that weight class. I don't know why he popped in my head. Austin Aries. You think Austin Aries is as good as Finn Balor or Neville?
You think Neville's as good as Finn Balor?
Yeah.
No.
Wrestling wise, work wise, yes.
I mean,
Not personality wise. Finn Balor has
yeah,
a better personality, but
more
Neville,
presence,
yeah, Neville just
like
looks.
Santa Claus.
Neville just doesn't have the same look. Neville has a smaller guy look. Even though Finn Balor's smaller, he still just looks not small, and he doesn't present himself as small.
I do like heel Neville more than I like heel Neville more than I like face Neville. So I mean, and I'm saying I like his work more as a heel. He's not out there flying around
Yeah, he's
taking years
vicious.
off his career.
Vicious. I like it. Yeah, I've said since I've seen him that he should do more big guy moves. I love that. A small guy that does big guy moves.
That lifting deadlift German suplex he does makes him look like a little monster.
He's a very good technical
Crazy
wrestler.
Steve.
He knows a lot of good moves, suplexes. He knows good suplexes, all that good stuff. He's buff as hell to be a high flyer.
Yeah,
He's big,
he would kill you.
and he seems like he's nothing but business. You know, out of all the other guys you see him, he's like wearing a suit and glasses outside of. He looks like a nerd, you know.
Nerd.
But I don't know why we were talking about that.
Moving on.
We were way off because we were talking about Enzo originally.
This is.
No contest is what
We're talking
happened
about
there.
Enzo's cruiserweight push, pal.
Yeah, I know. And then we've stumbled over something that needs to be talked about. The main the plot of the show. Hey, can you tell them the plot of the show, the story, the wraparound?
Oh, Foley having to
Yeah,
fire
the
someone.
Foley stuff.
That was really cool. A little anticlimactic though, so I don't even care to hype it up too much.
Yeah, but that was the whole
getting
show.
fired. I like where he. Ultimately, I really liked it because of the way it was like. Triple H was like, "Oh, your kids are gonna get fired then."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Damn, the Foley's ungrateful. He's gonna fire Stephanie."
Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Huey, Louie, Dewey, Stewie, and
Noel.
Moses. Oh, it's Noel. You're right.
Moses.
But anyway,
I thought her name was Moses.
yeah, it happens.
But yeah, I mean, before all that, he's just walking around the whole show, looking, you know, which is dumb because it's like
Finn Foley.
it's dumb though because it's like, why was he? She said, "I want you to walk around the back, and I want you to find somebody that you're gonna fire." But then he has a list, and it's like, why does he need to walk around? Does he not know who works for him?
Yeah, really.
Like if you're working at like a Burger King or a Walmart, and you're like, you need to cut off the fat. Do you go walk around and look, or do you just look? I don't know. I just thought that was a little dumb, but that's wrestling.
That was pretty dumb.
But I mean, the only other people that Stephanie was an obvious one. The only other ones were Strowman and Zayn, and that was both. Those are dumb too. What are you really gonna? Strowman's gonna. Foley's gonna fire somebody that is a good talent that works hard. No.
Well, see, Sammy, I thought that would be a good way to get him to go to SmackDown. Strowman, I thought that would be a way of setting up Foley versus Strowman.
I mean, I just don't want to see Foley fight Strowman.
I know you don't. No one does. I don't even think it's on anybody's radar right now because Foley's not. I don't want to say shit shape, but he's in shit shape.
He's looking good though, isn't he? That hair and that beard.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna go run a marathon.
Finn. No, I know.
He's doing good.
His hip
he's
or
doing
whatever.
A lot better than he has.
His hip or whatever isn't good. I was just saying his haircut looked good because he looked goofy as hell. Remember?
At first,
He's gone through so many stages of hair
in like the last little month.
It's like Foley can just change character whenever he wants. And think about that. He does. I mean, to be honest, anyway. But, okay, so that was that. But then, my whole point of bringing that up was that he came up to a guy in the back, one of the harder-bodied people that wrestle for the company, and kind of singled him out as one of the only people that he thought about firing, which is very odd now that I think about it. Foley didn't go up to anyone else. Didn't say any. Did he?
Yeah.
No. But did they not go up to him? They went to him picking on him.
Okay, they had attacked.
They were picking on him.
They had attacked, and then he made that match for Mania. So I guess it was different. He had a plot there.
Yeah, like he literally just walked up to Jinder, and then he was like, "Whoa, Foley, let me prove myself in the ring," and then he had him fight Roman, which is pretty cool. I mean, if it would have been cool if they had let Jinder friggin' work and like show off his working skills, and instead of just having him get squashed. Really, what was the point of that? He should have got fired, I guess. He didn't prove himself whatsoever.
Yeah.
Did he?
To me,
he lost.
Yes. To everyone else, no.
He lost.
I'm kidding.
He lost, and Roman had the dong thing. The gong. Undertaker's gong go off, distracting him, and then he rolled Roman up, and Roman just kicked out. And it's just like, come on.
Okay, but if Jinder would have beat him, that would have been crazy build for Taker versus Roman.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
You know, you're trying to push because he just beat Strowman, and then they're gonna have him beat Mahal.
but the whole.
But then what if Mahal just went on a crazy streak? You know.
But the point is that the Undertaker gets in people's heads, and he played his thing, and that's supposed to throw Roman Reigns off.
You're right.
And then, I mean, it would have worked on Shawn Michaels, right? Don't you think it would have worked on Shawn Michaels back in the day?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand it's Jinder Mahal, but why not? I mean, is he really that bad? If he's that bad, then why the hell's he there? If he's so bad that he can't beat somebody with a roll-up after the Undertaker gets their attention, then why is he there, and why does he have the hardest body?
He is ripped.
He is ripped.
He would kill you.
He would kill me. And you know what? I'd let him. Okay, I didn't have a good comeback for that. I just went creepy, I guess. But anyway, he lost, right? He lost. And then the big dog calls out the original big dog. And he waits, and then all of a sudden, some music hits. What was that music?
Alright, it was Shawn Michaels' music.
It was Shawn Michaels.
That's the music.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels' music hits, and everybody's freaking out because HBK's coming out. Which, you know, it's just like Roman's Triple H, because I've seen this whole scenario before where he comes out and...
I'm on your side.
Yeah, like, you can't beat him kind of thing.
You know, okay, here's my thing.
That was awful when he said he was on his side.
Why would he be on Roman's side?
Yeah.
He's been in the locker room for years with Undertaker and should be like, hey, I couldn't beat him. You're not going to be able to beat him. You can't beat him.
Yeah.
You're a freaking mark for yourself, Roman.
Because they're pushing the hell out of Roman Reigns. They're going to let Roman Reigns retire the Undertaker. Hey, it's crazy. You know what they're doing? They're like, oh, you thought that Brock beating the Undertaker and ending his streak was bad, we'll fix that. We'll make you forget all about that.
Yeah.
We'll just have Roman retire the Undertaker.
Yeah,
And
that's
then you
so
won't
sad.
think about that at all.
Everyone's last memory of the Undertaker is gonna be Roman Reigns standing over top of him.
No, it'll probably be Roman Reigns like holding the Undertaker's hand after he just beat the Undertaker.
He shouldn't
You
hold
know?
the Undertaker's jockstrap.
Yeah,
Because he
I feel you. But do you see what I'm saying? How it'll end up?
Yeah, I
it.
do.
Roman will win, but he'll still hold Taker's hand up, showing respect. Turn Roman heel. For God's sakes. You should have had him attack HBK tonight. But what bigger... That was cool, though, because then Strowman comes out and attacks Roman, and then he yelled at Shawn Michaels that he would do the same to him if he could, which saying that someone in the back told him, or they told him that he couldn't do
Like,
that.
don't get close to Shawn.
Yeah, because he can't get hit, I guess.
Because the Heartbreak Kid can't
Because he'll
take
go
it.
off. No, because they were scared that Shawn Michaels would kick Strowman's head off, and they wouldn't have him.
Smile and snap. But
I'd be excited. That's a dilemma in my life that I fight with in my mind often, because it's just like Shawn Michaels should never come back, but it would be awesome to see him come back. But he should never come back. But it would all be, you know what I mean? It's like the chicken and the egg type thing. Like you just can't pick, because it would be so cool to see him come back, but it's like the Undertaker beat him, so he can't come back. You know, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Taker's not gonna let him. I know the guy.
Do you? You know Undertaker?
Yeah, been following him for years.
What do you mean?
Back alleys.
I don't think you could stalk the Undertaker. I think he'd know.
Yeah, he does. But anyways, we're gonna move on.
Yeah. Okay. What happened next? Do you know? We just there was no Undertaker, by the way.
Yeah, no Undertaker.
No Undertaker.
Surprise. No Undertaker.
Surprise! No Undertaker.
You know what? I think you have Taker go over clean. You got Roman turn heel after the match, and then you got a nice 9-month program there. You got Roman being a heel, feuding with everybody else, maybe feuding with a babyface Bray Wyatt for the title on SmackDown after the draft. Yeah, you heard me. Heel Roman feuding with Bray Wyatt for the title on SmackDown. That sets up for SummerSlam. Taker versus Roman for the title this time. Then that has a screwy finish that sets up for Taker versus Roman, Hell in a Cell, or Survivor Series. Could be a great feud. Could get a whole lot more out of it than just Roman retiring Taker.
Well,
could get the company's top heel for the future. Or they could just keep trying to shove this babyface down our throats.
we skipped over the New Day segment. The New Day had a thing that they called New Day Talks. And they had the Big Show come out and talk. And the Big Show didn't seem too surprised? No. Too excited about it. He was there
very unenthused.
promoting his new movie, Scooby-Doo, Robo, W Wrestling Mania, Houlihan something or other. Big Show somehow is the star of this movie. Hasn't been wrestling for a while. Starring in movies. It's weird. Animated movies, I guess. But they had a segment, it was really dry. They're not doing crap, it's really weird.
Big Show announced that he's going to be in the
Andre the Giant
Battle Royal. Basically,
Titus.
Basically admitting that he's not going to fight Shaq.
Oh, well, he's still not.
And they had... I think the whole Titus O'Neil thing was like kind of a jab. I think you could put him in this little mini feud with Titus O'Neil, and it's like, well, you didn't get Shaq, but you got the other O'Neil.
Let's do this. Let me ask you this question. How disrespectful do you think this would be? Shaquille O'Neal, winner of the 2017 Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
I mean, I wouldn't like it, but that would give attention.
I mean, I think in the name of Andre the Giant, you gotta do it. Andre the Giant was a showman. You know, he was the kind of guy that would be in movies. He would go on talk shows. He would grab women's butts. You know? He's a big guy. Drank a lot of beer.
Do you really think Shaq should win it? Instead of a guy like Rusev?
I think Roman should win every match this Mania.
I know you do.
But since he and Cena can't both win each match, I'll give this one to Cena. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say no. I mean, Big Show might win just because he's big, but it's dumb. It's all dumb.
You can't have a 2-time winner yet in the first 4 years of it.
Yeah, but how many more years do you think Big Show has of being able to win?
But they gave him a win already. Why just because he can win now give
You're
him
right.
a win?
You're
Undertaker can destroy Roman, but he's gonna lose.
Which is lame.
Yeah, it's super shitty scenario there.
And then we moved on after the Taker distraction, Shawn Michaels, and then Strowman attacked, and then Stephanie threatens Mick Foley a little more. Hey, you got to go pick somebody, go fire somebody, or you could be fired. Mick Foley. Imagine that I said that in Stephanie's voice. And then we moved on to somebody's WWE Monday Night Raw first match ever on the main roster of WWE. Austin Aries.
Yeah.
Making his debut, essentially. They were giving him packages. Really funny. And he did good. I mean, they gave him Davari, an enhancement talent, as you've been saying. I'm just kidding, that's messed up. Davari's not that bad. But, I mean, it wasn't a bad match. You saw Aries flying around. You saw Aries throwing his good moves. You saw Aries win.
You didn't go in expecting Davari to win. We'll say that.
No, definitely not. I mean, Araya Davari, he's not... It's odd because he's like his brother, right? He's in better shape than his brother probably ever was. Probably a better wrestler than his brother ever was. Not as much character. But it's because they literally let him come out and be a stereotype. Yeah. And they're not going to let this guy do that. And the stereotype thing, it's funny. Yeah, you might be like, oh, it's racist. No, it's not racist. It's stereotype. It's humor. I mean, people fucking can't get over damn what's funny and what's not. Get the hell over it. If you don't think it's funny. And I can't say don't watch. They probably wouldn't watch that. But either way, it was a good fight. Not much to say about it. Aries did his work. He did his job. He's pretty over for a cruiserweight right now. And the best part about Austin Aries debuting on Raw, can you guess what I'm gonna say it is?
What is it? I don't know.
Byron Saxon, get to hear him the whole show. He didn't have to go away not once. Got to listen to my buddy Byron the whole show. Alright. And then Big Show fought Titus O'Neil. As you said, he's kind of, could be a jab, could be a hype up in a way. Maybe like an Easter egg, like, oh, it's gonna happen or whatever,
Okay,
Not that anybody's excited, but
I
it could be.
Put that.
Yeah, it could be either way. Either way, it could just be them trying to find Titus something to do, But Titus ain't need nothing to do. Foley probably should have just fired Titus. But anyway, Big Show beat him. That was that. We'll just move on to the next match. Let's shoo that one away. Bayley fought Nia Jax.
How'd that finish?
It was a disqualification. Bayley won.
How'd it happen? I didn't see the end of that one.
It was Nia just fucked her up. She wouldn't stop. She wouldn't stop doing it, and she got DQ'd. Bayley won. They still played Nia's music at the end. So that was confusing for me.
Well, that's good.
I was confused, but, it's weird to see. You could say, like, oh, well, then Nia should be in the match. But it's like, just because you are that good doesn't mean you should be in the match. That's like saying that Chris Jericho should be in every match, Like, you can't just say...
But she did just beat Sasha recently.
Yeah, she did, and she beat Bayley as well. But it's just like... The match has already been made. Just because she's good doesn't mean she should be in the match, Just put her in a different match. Have somebody else feud with her.
There's nobody else.
I know.
Alicia Fox.
Asuka.
The Grouch.
Asuka the Grouch.
What's next? What we got next?
What's next? We're moving on. Next is it, dude. Next is what's over, and it's next. It's the last segment. Seth Rollins, you got Triple H, you got them all in there. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
man.
that was a really good segment.
Fully.
I thought.
I read that some people said that they thought it went on too long.
Really?
Which is weird. I think people are assholes. people said that Logan went on too long too. And it's just like, oh, so you want you obviously didn't enjoy it if you're waiting for it to end. But I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't care that it was going and going. You know, I wanted to see Seth Rollins came out. He did the whole Willy Wonka thing. You know, walked out with his cane and then
like it.
dropped it and then was good and went for the fight. And kind of ended up bad for him, really. But yeah, that knee brace on, like you said, kind of makes it to where he could be like, oh, it didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
But
hopefully it didn't hurt him. Fuck. Hopefully it's all just kayfabe.
Yeah, it wasn't bad by any means. We all enjoyed it. You enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
You know, I like seeing Seth Rollins back. He's one of my favorite
yeah,
talents.
he's
that
up
they
in
got
the
at the
upper
moment.
tier of talent, definitely.
Yeah, he's one of the better wrestlers in the world. Compared to only a few, honestly. But you know, it seems like he's definitely gonna fight at Mania.
Yeah.
So there's really no need to worry about that anymore. Triple H fighting, you know, selling. I like it. He's always working.
The Mandible Claw. Got to see the Mandible Claw on Raw again.
Yeah, no one really knows what's up with Foley. What's gonna happen with Foley? Who knows? You know, bum bum bum. Could be anything.
You heard it here first. He's gotta have to fight Strowman with his job on the line.
Why?
Cause Stephanie's gonna make him.
So Mick Foley's gonna just get fired.
Yeah. And then the next night on Raw, new GM.
Kurt Angle. It sounded like you were doing like a cowboy thing.
JBL.
JBL?
Yep.
I thought you were going Kurt Angle. Oh,
No, it's
you
Kurt
were making
Angle,
a joke
motherfucker.
about what I was making a joke about. Yeah, JBL will be a good one.
Yeah.
But Kurt Angle, I guess, would be better. I've seen Kurt Angle in charge before, and it worked out well. He was in a wheelchair. Didn't need to be, turned out.
Yeah.
Sneaky old man.
That was probably a really fun time for him. He's just rolling around.
Looking like Professor X.
He's just like, he's just like, yeah, I need it.
I'm bald
I'm
and in a
bald.
wheelchair.
Professor Kurt. But anyway,
Yeah, I mean, that was the end of Raw. It ended
pretty
pretty
good
well.
Raw. As far as compared to most Raws recently, pretty good Raw.
Yeah. I mean, I thought last week's Raw was a bit dry. I think people liked last week's Raw. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell nowadays what other people like. I see reviews every now and then just because I'm trying to write them and we're talking about it, and you know. But I don't know. I like what I like. I like the end of this match, or the end of this night, and I'm sure that I'll enjoy SmackDown tonight, which we're going to do another sit down and talk about. But, yeah, that was Raw. It was enjoyable.
It was a great time to be always a great time to be a wrestling fan, but especially around WrestleMania. So, just be excited for what you get. It's gonna be Roman Reigns
Versus The Undertaker.
Well,
Triple H versus... There's a part-timer in every match. Triple H versus... well, no. Well, yeah. Jericho's about to leave, right?
yeah.
Jericho's about to leave. Part-timer right there. Jericho versus Owens. Goldberg versus Brock. Triple H versus Roman. Undertaker... Shit. Triple H versus Seth. Undertaker versus Roman. All part-timers. Each one of them. Miz versus Cena.
AJ Shane.
Got him. AJ... Why do you think AJ's gonna fight Shane? You know what's funny about that?
I mean, that's what's led to.
That's what you say. But did you notice who Shane said should have gotten that win? AJ.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, I mean, oh well.
I know you've been banking towards that for a while.
What?
AJ versus Shane.
I'm not necessarily banking towards it.
You've just been thinking it was gonna happen.
That's just what everyone thinks is gonna happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know. I know. I don't like Shane McMahon. I think he's
The
a
only other thing is Nakamura.
pigeon.
You gotta have the super match again. Styles versus Nakamura.
Yeah, but I mean, really, do you have enough time to set it up to where it's anything more than just those two fighting?
Doesn't need that much. It can carry on after that.
Yes, it can carry on after that. That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But I would like the match to matter rather
It
than it
would.
just be these two guys fighting.
We'll see.
Yeah, but that's it. We're getting into SmackDown now. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
that
SmackDown
a
tomorrow.
different time, different place.
So from the Slew and from Charles, we're gonna head out with something or other.
We got 2 words for you. Adios, nerds.
Nerds. Adios. Hello and welcome to Marks versus Smarks. You're here with the Slew and
Charles X.